Hi Virgo, welcome to your January 2019 tarot reading. It's Rena here. Whoa, lots of fire energy. Lots of fiery energy. It's a Sagittarius, isn't it? I was going to say that before. Oh, I didn't even see. That's funny. I was thinking, yeah, well, maybe that's what I was thinking of too. I was thinking of Sagittarius. I was thinking of Sagittarius because Sag is a mutable sign like you. And it's also a fire sign, which is, there's a lot of fire, you know, the Wands cards are fire cards. But then, on top of that, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is ruled by, or, you know, connected to Jupiter. That's the ruler of Sagittarius. Then we have the Temperance card, and that is a major arcana card directly connected to Sagittarius. So I'm going to go with Sag if it's a personal relationship. But anyway, in the, as the heart of the matter, here is the Nine of Wands. Now, this is the genius of Pamela Coleman's illustration in the Rider-Waite deck. And this is a fresh deck that I got. I mentioned in other videos, the last two decks that I had, like this, the Seven of Cups went missing, which is kind of odd, you know? What are the odds? But anyway, so the expressiveness of the figures on this deck are just, I've never seen anything that matches up to it. So we have somebody here. What would you say is that expression? Now, this is a card of wariness, and someone, you feel like the need to kind of like create this barrier for some reason. Now, is it a Sagittarius person or a fire sign? The other fire signs are Leo, Aries person who is making you feel this way, even though I don't believe people can make you feel. They can certainly influence your mood, to say the least. It can rub off on you if you are a sensitive person. So who is doing this to you? Is it in the workplace? Is it a coworker who is competitive? I would think an Aries person, especially, maybe a Leo. Since I'm a Sagittarius, I know we're not that competitive. We're not that. You know, Aries probably is I was going to say the worst offender in that regard. But of course, I'm just talking about the shadow side of that sign. And so anyway, this could be like even a boss who is trying to get you to do more than you should do. I recently did a tarot reading for you where there was a similar theme of working very hard. So perhaps there is something going on here. There's for many of you where you have been like kind of, maybe you've been shouldering the burden of someone else in the office place that it's not your place to have to do. But as the good little Girl Scout or Boy Scout Virgo person, you're doing it. Now, let's look at the card that is the challenge, the Eight of Wands. This could be another sign that this is a fire sign individual. And this card, though, what it stands for is, in the upright position, is, you know, a lot of fast-paced events and you having to be very open to, you know, things just kind of popping. You know, maybe out of nowhere, things just really, a lot of movement, okay? But it's there's stagnancy, okay? And why is there? Well, I don't know the answer to that, but it could be, it's inertia. Okay, let's put it that way, inertia. Inertia can come because somebody is so wrapped up in something that they forget that they have other possibilities. And actually, this is an example of this. This is the higher message, the spiritual message. So to me, it is suggesting that you learn, that you have the ability to align yourself more in life. Maybe you have kind of fallen off track with that because of certain stressors in your environment. And, you know, same with a personal relationship. If you're with somebody who you always feel like you have to protect yourself against them because they are intrusive, they invade your boundaries, and this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. I've been doing a lot of exploration on the subject of narcissism lately, and one of the classic traits of a narcissist is having no acknowledgement of boundaries. So these are the kinds of people who tend to just run roughshod over others and assume that they have some sense of entitlement, or that they don't have to follow the rules. They can do whatever they feel like, and you are supposed to just give in. So the thing about Virgo people is that sometimes they are pushovers. Why this is, there's two reasons. First of all, you're a very helpful person, so you want to be of service. If you're working in an office, it's not for your ego. You want to improve the conditions for your company, you know, and it's not because you want to brown nose the boss. You really want to be of greatest use, and you are very productive and useful to whatever enterprise you belong to, and the boss knows it, believe me. And the other reason is because you may have low self-esteem. You may be insecure, and you may question your own reactions if they're of the negative variety. If the boss says, I need you to work overtime for the next month because, you know, Sally's going into, you know, Sally is on maternity leave. And you kind of like, you would be happy to do it, but you don't like the way that he or she announced that they were kind of just assuming that you're going to do it. And that made you a little bit uncomfortable and less inclined to want to do it. So you might be questioning, are they taking advantage of me, but not really, you know, doing anything about it? Just kind of like, so that might allow you to just give in. And so that, and plus inertia can come into the situation simply because of stress, feeling too tired, and even feeling a little bit defeated, like, I don't know if I have what it takes to get another job right away. So that's very interesting. So the Wheel of Fortune is reminding you that you can align yourself at any time, plus that this too shall pass. If you feel like the cards are stacked up against you, pardon the pun, it's temporary. And the more practical side of things, we have the Ten of Wands, another very expressive card. Even if you didn't know anything about what this card symbolizes, you can see that you have a person who's hunched over carrying a big load. And you know that it probably means that that is what is happening in your life, that you are burdened by something. And the burden may be something that doesn't belong to you. So whether it's a personal relationship, whether you're dealing with somebody who is probably insecure themselves and trying to make you feel like you're not measuring up, or if this is a situation where you are assuming responsibility for another entity that is theirs to assume. And that they are trying to imply that this is your responsibility when clearly it's not. I don't know, but that is a very interesting thing to ponder on your end of things. So note that that was number 10. Now we have another 10, but the 10 of Cups, the happily ever after card. This is the energy coming in. And this is a card of feeling happiness as a family unit. So for instance, if you're working long hours and your family feels like you're not there for them, that you will have that again. This too shall pass, as I said before. But also, with the Wheel of Fortune, maybe you're going to get some kind of a job offer or some kind of, in the future, some kind of ideal situation for you specifically that will take the load off, if you will, that the 10 of Wands represents. And in the final position, which is the outcome card, we have the Temperance card. Now, the Temperance card connects to Sagittarius, and we have Jupiter in Sagittarius. For you, this is the 4th house of home and family. Again, this 10 of Cups is a family card as well. So perhaps this will bring balance back to your family. If they were affected by it, this can be like if you are kind of realizing that somebody that you have been seeing romantically, for instance, is draining you, demanding too much of you. It probably is affecting your family as well, and you're going to put a stop to it, and that is going to restore balance in your family. And yeah, so if this is a job situation and you have a new job that, and I'm not talking about a specific timeline here, but just in the future, you will feel more balanced and less, you know, hunched over, so to speak. Okay, Virgo, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you'd like a personal reading, the link is below. Have a great January. Bye.